You know you
Skibidi
can
toilet.
go into Walgreens and buy Skibidi merch.
Please do not read Palmer Luckey blog.
I think Discord didn't recognize that as human noises.
Yeah.
Good. God cursed me with color blindness like the asshole that he is. Yes,
I mean,
it does.
yes, but
It's
you're still
also
right.
very funny, and I'm glad that you did it.
Spanky, what number is this?
490.
490. All right. Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 527. I'm your host, John Danger, joined by my lovely co-hosts.
I am Matt AI. I've replaced Matt.
I am TJ and holding a foam board for no reason.
Oh, nice.
I'm Spank GPT.
Oof. Oof.
Never mind. I didn't say that out loud before, and now
I think
that I
that
have, I want to take it
might
back,
be
and
a
I'm
real
not
thing.
that. That's a different
Yeah.
AI than what I want.
I'm John Thropic.
John Thropic.
Claude.
I guess I'd be Grocky Works.
Oof. The Hitler AI.
Well, you know, I'm always saying how much I love Hitler.
I love that someone this was proven too. I guess somebody on Twitter responded to the Grok AI asking where it got its information from, and it like literally said search Elon Musk tweets for opinion on X. And I was like, okay, so this is literally just an Elon bot like that you've built at this point. And it's like it's oh my god. If the world wasn't a nightmare, it would be funny. But these are like the people that have money and things. So it's really depressing. So I drink. And what do I drink? Not alcohol.
Right, plus tea.
Diet
I had
Coke.
one of those, by the way. They're good.
But a drink that I bought like months ago because
A watermelon
lemonade soda Sunkissed. It's the
Sunkissed.
summer. Hopefully it's still carbonated.
too
'Cause I
many
think I bought
things.
Got
this
my
in,
hat
like,
on
May.
backwards. It's time to fucking party. Remember that Vine? The guy walks into his garage door.
No. Do you remember Potion Seller?
Yeah.
I do. I've
Remember
actually
Vines?
never thought Potion Seller was very funny, and so when people reference it, I'm like, stop.
I don't really remember Potion Seller, but
The thing is, it's kind of funny. Once the video is like 5.5 minutes long, though. It's like not that funny.
oh
Not 5.5
yeah.
Do you
minutes
remember
long and funny.
Skibidi Toilet?
I've watched a couple of Skibidi Toilets.
Dude,
Did you know
Skibidi
you can
Toilet-
go into Walgreens and buy Skibidi merch?
Yes, I did know that you can do that. I've seen it.
Well,
in
are
Target.
you prepared for the Skibidi Toilet Michael Bay movie that is in production? So
I'm prepared in the sense that I'm suicidal anyway.
yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
But the
Chicken
Skibidi Toilet was really good for like 5 episodes.
Well, they were YouTube Poop Gary's mod
Yeah.
videos, and then Gen Z started making wikis and lore and stuff, and it's like, no,
Gen Z
you're
really
doing this
loves
wrong.
making wikis and lore for stuff. Like
Yeah,
Five Nights at
yeah.
Freddy's poisoned them.
Yeah,
I mean, we were
Markiplier and Matthew Patthew have basically fucked up the entire generation,
Mm-hmm.
and the ones who weren't fucked up by that got fucked up by Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
So we're just
Yeah.
we're screwed.
Yeah.
I mean, back when we had our brain rot, we just watched Charlie the Unicorn and we
Yeah.
were fine.
Yeah.
We watched Metal Gear Awesome and whatever.
My favorite part is the N word in that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure there is.
When the white guy says the N
What?
word in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the Metal Gear thing?
Yeah, Metal Gear Awesome.
In
Yeah.
Metal Gear Awesome, the Ego Raptor video from like 2002. Yeah,
It was
Okay.
a different time.
yeah, it was a different time.
2000. We were recovering from 9/11. All right, so people
Yeah.
said things.
The
Oh,
only
man.
Metal Gear thing I'm aware of is in one game you can fly people away with balloons, and also
Yeah.
Ocelot does sweet gun.
Yeah, Metal Gear
Portals.
Solid 5 is legit.
I am a huge Metal Gear fan, and I have been playing a lot of Death Stranding 2. Something I might talk about later.
I need to play Death Stranding 1.
Also a fantastic game.
I didn't realize the second one came out.
Yeah, like just came
Yeah,
out.
so
Yeah.
I finished whatever game I was playing, and I was like, I should start a new game. And I saw Death Stranding 1. I'm like, oh yeah, I never did the last level of that. It was just boss fights, and I'm like, I had more fun doing the delivering and stuff. So, I I was like, I should do that because the new one's gonna come out this fall. And so I beat it, and then it's like news from games you play. PlayStation like popped up whenever I went to put my PlayStation to rest, and it's like Death Stranding 2 out now, and I'm like, fucking what? So I went to Best Buy immediately and bought Death Stranding 2.
Okay.
Nice.
Wait, no, damn it. I feel like I own Death Stranding on some platform.
If you have one of the PlayStation Pluses, I think it was a free game at some point, the director's cut version, or
yeah, I think so. But I feel like I have it on PC. I think I got it on.
I don't know. I just have them both.
Well, I don't have it on. I don't have it on. Damn. Man, I don't know. Fucking A. I probably have it on PlayStation then.
It's a Sony game, isn't it?
No. It's not a Sony game.
I mean,
sure?
they published it, Sony Interactive Entertainment, but 505 also published it to other platforms.
Yeah.
Because it's on Xbox Series.
I think
iOS.
Sony helped pay for it, but then
Sony became Kojima's new sugar daddy after Konami fired him.
Yeah, because it released on the PlayStation 4, and then the Windows release was in July of 2020, so it was post-COVID. So it got ported to Windows and Xbox and the next year, so it had like a year of exclusivity. I don't know, man. I'm sure I have it on there. I thought I got it for free on like Steam at some point. I don't know. I guess not. I guess I'll have to dust off the old this guy and play it. This is a very nice controller, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. I'm not a fan of how it doesn't connect to Windows as well as the Xbox controller does, but it still works.
Well, the way I solve that is I still have my DualShock 4, which does connect just fine. And since I don't use it from my PS4 anymore, it's like, well, there we go.
That is not a bad idea. The problem with this is that every time that I get it disconnected from Bluetooth and I try and connect it to Bluetooth, it turns my PlayStation 5 on in the other room because it calls home to that first. I can plug it into my computer, which is fine, but it just I want wire. I don't know. It's fine. The nice thing about the Xbox controller is if you disassociate it from your Xbox, it fucking doesn't care. It'll never try and connect to it again.
I've got an Xbox controller, but its Bluetooth is trash. Like
really
it'll drop out.
I specifically had to buy a new Bluetooth dongle for this so I could play with my wireless controllers because they're like $8. But like it just did not work. Like it whatever is on my actual motherboard for Bluetooth just is shit, or at least it doesn't like the Xbox controller. So I got a more powerful one.
I've got one of the ones that specifically the Xbox One controller version 2.
Yeah.
They have the built-in Bluetooth.
Yep, that's what I have.
And
I find the Bluetooth works fine on the phone, just shit on PC.
I can't explain why. It's like if I don't hold it like with my fingers touching as little of the body as possible with it facing directly at the Bluetooth antenna, it is just like disconnects in the middle of the game. And I don't know why, because none of my other controllers do that shit.
I didn't talk about my drink.
I
talked about what it was. I didn't get to describe it. Watermelon lemonade soda. It tastes like watermelon lemonade soda. I don't know how to describe it. Sun-kissed. It's extremely sweet. And then TJ had a drink too, but I don't know.
Oh, I've got two different
Code
drinks.
Red, isn't it?
No, but he had
I already
another
finished
one.
this one.
Mashup.
Yeah, I picked up one of the Gatorade mashups.
Okay.
This one was at Walgreens and Cold. The Cool Blue and Fruit Punch.
Okay.
It was okay. It's like two Gatorades mixed together.
It's the Gatorade,
all Gatorade
bottling
tastes
line.
like diabetes to me, so
Yeah,
I'm sure
exactly.
it tastes amazing.
Yeah, I love Gatorade.
Yeah, but
It's like Ewan told me at the age when I was like 31, which was
Like a
I
year
just
ago.
turned 32, so literally anything over a week ago. That Skittles have different flavors.
yeah, they have different flavors.
And to the that makes sense to me. If you would have told me that, asked me what flavor is the yellow Skittle, I would have said lemon. And I remember people got mad about the lime one being replaced with green apple and then got put back or whatever. here's the thing. I've never just put an Skittle into my mouth before in my whole life. I shake a handful in my hand, and whatever happens to fall into my hand, that is the mixed fruit flavor that goes into my mouth in one, 4 or 5 Skittle throw. So like if I get lucky and pull like 5 yellows, then I've got a full lemon mouth. But I've never like. Outside of that, I've never considered that someone goes, I would like a grape one next. Like, what are you doing? You should know. That's not how you eat a Skittles.
There's an episode.
But then,
That's how you eat
eat
runts.
We live in a world where Skittles are different flavors, but Fruit Loops are the same.
Yeah.
Fruit Loops are just different colors.
Yeah.
They're not different flavor.
Matt brought up runts. The thing about runts that is weird to me is that the banana one, which tastes nothing like banana, I've looked it up. People are like, oh, it tastes like a different kind of banana that they used to have. And then you look up like old reviews of runts because they're an old candy, and you can find one from before that banana went extinct where people are like, yeah, this doesn't taste like fucking bananas.
I know.
Like,
I know a story about that flavor.
What?
So it's just a generic sweet flavor. It's banana in America because the Cavendish bananas were popular here at the time. That same flavor in Europe
Circus
is
peanuts?
Pear.
Oh,
Because a certain type of pear was popular over there, and it's vague enough that it's just whatever.
Is it the same sweetener that's in circus peanuts?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Because they've kind of got that like banana runts flavor to them a little bit.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't know. I don't touch circus peanuts.
Circus peanuts are
marshmallowy
things
in general are not my jam.
Circus peanuts are fucking weird. They're a weird sweet. I would never buy a bag of. I would eat a circus peanut if for some reason someone had one. I would think less of them for having them, but I would eat the circus peanut. Like I wouldn't say no to it, but I would not buy circus peanuts.
I would refuse a circus peanut.
Yeah, you would.
Yes.
I would eat one
I
again.
had
That'd be enough.
Peeps Oreos one year, and that's the only Oreo I would also refuse.
What Oreos?
The Peeps Oreos.
Oh. I do like a Peep, too, also. That's another one where I wouldn't buy Peeps, but I would eat a Peep. Remember the Peepsy?
Oh. That was awful.
That was too sweet. Like Pepsi's already the sweeter of the colas, and it was way sweeter than that. It was too sweet.
Yeah, it was bad. But this Sunkist is all right. It tastes like watermelon lemonade. It's very light on watermelon. It's very lemonade-y. It's not very carbonated because I bought this, like I said, like 3 months ago. So, yeah.
I was gonna say about the banana runts though. You do eat those separately, and I feel like all of them give me heartburn. Like even as a kid, I feel like the cherry one was amazing, and it would just be like also make my mouth bleed, but I couldn't tell because it also dyed my mouth red. And the banana one did for some reason just give me heartburn. It made me want to vomit. But also I loved it, and that's good that it's like that.
When you were a kid, did you ever drop sprees into like 7-Up and pretend it was Alka-Seltzer? Was that just a weird thing I did?
I have done that, yes. I'm almost positive I've done that.
Yeah.
So for continuing to talk about snacks, I was at Aldi the other day.
Oh, yeah?
And I found these
Aldi's
key lime
nuts.
cream cookies.
Ooh, I would like those.
And they fucking rock.
I love key lime.
The cookie part is just like a blonde Oreo.
Yeah,
thing.
it's just a sandwich cookie, vanilla cookie with a lime filling. Kind of like the lemon ones, which are my favorite. These fucking rock. Highly recommend.
The custard place, Andy's, that I took y'all to when you were down. They've got a key lime custard right now that I had the other day. It fucking rules. I love a custard.
What do you think, John?
I love a custard too. Sorry, I just saw an article about the Mod Retro Game Boy. The Palmer Luckey Game Boy is available to buy now.
Do not buy
if you
the
don't want to
Palmer
buy
Luckey Game Boy.
Yeah, buy the
listeners.
analog. It's not even that much cheaper than the analog because it's $200. The
also,
analog's
Palmer
$250.
Luckey is like a piece of shit and a really embarrassing person.
Yeah, he's a
Like,
really bad guy. He will use the money that you bought from your Game Boy to fund research into how they can blow up Palestinian hospitals.
Yeah,
he works with defense contractors.
He likes the worst things, Palmer Luckey.
He wanted to have like armed drones like patrol the border and shit.
Oh yeah. He's a real piece of shit.
Don't yeah.
He also looks hilariously bad.
Yeah.
It's like, anyway, he said he's a technology enthusiast, writer, and modder. Founder of Mod Retro, okay, retro gaming mod thing. Oculus VR, okay, cool. And Anduril Tech. Which one of these is not like the others?
Yeah.
Shit, dude. Oh my god. All right, I'm on Palmer Luckey has a blog, by the way.
Please do not read Palmer Luckey blog.
February 11th, 2025. Turning soldiers into superheroes.
Oh, jeez.
Anduril Industries is taking the reins of the largest product of its kind in history.
Isn't it cool that a guy who famously was extremely fucked up by the horrors of the Great War wrote the fantasy novels, The Lord of the Rings, featuring Anduril, the Flame of the West, and the Sword Reforged. Anduril is the sword that Aragorn uses in the Return of the King. Isn't it cool that that guy who was so fucked up by the ravages and horrors of war, the name for his sword that ended the war with Great Sauron is the name of that is just used for a fucking defense contractor by this weird dork. If you look up a picture of Palmer Luckey and then you look at Henry Kissinger and you tell me that guy is responsible for firebombing Cambodia. Yeah, he looks like a guy who would be that fucking evil. Palmer Luckey looks like the guy who would say no girls allowed at the comic shop. And he's the same kind of guy. He's like, yeah, let's kill civilian hospitals.
Okay, so what's even more amazing is just the more you learn, the better. So his
by better you mean worse. Of course.
No. Better for cringe. November 6th,
Misery Vampire,
2022. If you remember this, that is the day of the SAO incident.
The what?
Sword Art Online, the anime that apparently he's a huge fan of, which is so good because that anime is so fucking cringe.
That's
and
a really bad anime.
Such a nerd power fantasy anime. Anyway, so if you remember, he designed a VR headset goggle that has like shotgun shells in it that shoots you if you die in the game, like it was programmed to. It was like an art experiment thing, and it got like a ton of like people like posting about it. But the best part about it is if you scroll down, there's photos of what I'm assuming is his wedding, and the cake toppers are him as the main character of Sword Art Online, and his wife is the girl, whatever, his girlfriend that he marries in Sword Art Online. It's fucking amazing, dude.
I just really wish he had tried out that shotgun helmet.
There is a picture of Palmer Luckey wearing cargo shorts and flip-flops in front of one of his drones that he was giving a TED talk. Not even a TEDx, an actual TED apparently. So that's fucking weird.
Okay, what's funny too is that like the further back you go, you can see him like becoming like I don't know what I guess money. I guess when you get all the money from selling your company to Facebook, you become evil.
Yeah, it's
I mean it was there. He was always like
it's a personality amplifier.
He was always
whatever you are before
that's a good
you
point.
become more that.
He was always like a cringe Sword Art Online loving anime freak who was like libertarian, but then it just turned into a million because like
he was a Wired magazine reader, is what he was.
Because like looking back at this, free isn't cheap enough. What if I
Have
told?
you found the part yet, John, of who his sister is married to?
Dude, I don't even want to know. It's probably some ghoul.
Okay, I'll give you this. It's a Republican congressman. Now, what is the most embarrassing answer?
Is it Josh Hawley?
Josh Hawley.
Go more embarrassing. He's a senator.
Gates.
Yep.
Matt Gates.
Wait, really? I was going to say that as a joke, but I thought it was too obvious.
I said it's the most embarrassing option.
Jeez.
Anyway.
I guess he's not a congressman anymore, but you know what I mean.
No, there was some troubles there.
Former
Actually, there were no troubles with him being a congressman. He had to quit in order to be nominated for attorney general, and that's whenever there started to be a problem.
Yeah.
He could have stayed a congressman in Florida. He represented Florida. They don't give a shit.
Dude, these people, like... What? We have to be living in a simulation. Like, this stuff is so insane. Like, there's this. So you were referring to this, I'm assuming, but there was a 60 Minutes interview, I guess, a month ago, where he talked about making like AI drones and stuff. And he's got a fucking like mullet and then just the long goatee. He looks like a fucking. I don't even know what to describe. He looks like an NPC from like an insane like fucking Oblivion spinoff. You know what I mean? He just doesn't look like a human being.
Yeah.
Like, how are these people real?
The internet ruined us all.
Yeah. See, there was a diverging path whenever we watched Metal Gear Awesome.
Can you not see this?
Oh, I've seen this, yeah.
I mean, look at this guy.
What the fuck is that?
I'd rather not look at him, John.
Yeah.
Look at watch him test his drones that can blow up hospitals. Oh my god! Like this guy, this like when he's the Pokemon T-shirt as well. He's wearing a ditto Pokemon shirt, like Hawaiian shirt.
I kind of hate that.
This is the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, I kind of hate it because I would wear that shirt to a con, and this guy's wearing it to 60 Minutes to talk about his drones.
Yeah, it looks like the background of the Max in Saved by the Bell, just as dittos.
I mean, look at this. I really, really like the best part. You know what the thing that's gonna happen though with Palmer Luckey, which is great. I mean, it's terrible, but like great in a way because I know what's going to happen. Is he's going to be the guy introducing like the fucking ED-209 robot, and it's going to fucking kill him. It's going to happen. Like that's the guy from the start of RoboCop. Like he's going to get killed. So like it's gonna. I mean, look at him. The way he dresses. He's out of an '80s movie already. So like he's gonna be like, oh my god, It's the thing that I wish could happen to every billionaire.
Yeah.
You know, like the guy who blew up his submarine.
Yep.
One of my favorites is
I
the
watched
guy
the documentary
who
on that. That was good.
The guy
there's
who
a documentary?
It's on Netflix. It's really good. Sorry, go ahead, Spanky.
The guy who bought the
documentary
Segway company about a month after he bought the Segway company in like 2009 or whatever. Fucking rolled backwards down a cliff and died on a Segway. Amazing,
dude. The Ocean, so the Ocean Gate Titan documentary on Netflix is pretty good. But like you watch that and you just realize this guy was just. You get this. It's the same shit that happens with Elon Musk. I mean, these rich guys get this brain where like they are always right about everything, and then everyone's a yes man around them, or they just can pay enough money to suppress any negativity. And like this guy is just like, I'm right. Like, I want to listen to these engineers that are telling me that continually are leaving the project every year saying that this is going to be dangerous and we shouldn't be doing this. No, I'm right. You know,
this is NASA grade material. If it's good enough for space, it's good enough for the ocean.
And then you have, you know, the smart people telling him no.
How many atmospheres can this ship survive? Well, it's a spaceship, so between 1 and 0.
Yeah. So it's just kind of like, yeah. Anyway, it's a really interesting documentary because there's just the red flags are just kind of there everywhere, and they interview a ton of people. But like, you know, it's like the same shit. I don't know if you watched the movie Don't Look Up, the Netflix movie Don't Look Up, but the ending of that as well with the Elon Musk-ish character played by the actor, I can't remember the name of the Irish actor. I love him. Anyway, just dying on the planet they land on right away. Everyone, they're like, "Oh, we escaped and we made it this planet." All these rich people, and they just all get eaten alive by like monsters that live on the planet. It's like, yeah, just the fucking. Oh God! And so that's what's gonna happen. Palmer Luckey's gonna get blown up by one of his drones. Is gonna happen, like a mishap.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
The only question is how many of us does he take with him?
And I just want to say right now to the FBI or CIA listening to this, I am not planning this. He is going to do this to himself. And if it happens for real, I am completely guessing right now. Like, so I want this on the record so when it happens, people can come back here and be like, he was right.
John's holding up a sign that said March 3rd, be ready. I don't know what it means. So.
Oh, shit, dude.
Oh.
Fuck, dude.
Don was Q the whole time, too.
Yeah, I was Q the whole time. I did it to be funny.
Q-Bert.
You think that the FBI, CIA, or NSA have enough resources to actually monitor podcasts at this point?
No, they'll run it through a bullshit AI.
Yeah, that's true.
It's ICE we got to worry about.
Yeah.
Well,
where are they going to deport me to? Can you deport me to England or Norway, where my ancestry is from? Because I'd be fine with either.
No, we just have the...
They'll deport you to Monroe.
Yeah.
We just have Alligator Auschwitz now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not calling it Alligator Alcatraz. It's Auschwitz.
No, yeah. It's.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about the real world. It's too awful.
Yeah, that's fair. Donkey Kong comes out next week.
I was about to say a lot of video game stuff happened. I'm looking forward to that, and I was completely accurate in my guess, saying this looks like Mario Odyssey when we learned that the Mario Odyssey team made this game. So hopefully it's as good as Odyssey. We will see.
It's funny that like what is the first like main game gonna be for every Nintendo console? Because for like the 64 it was Mario 64, and for the GameCube it was Luigi in Luigi's Mansion. They've not done that again. I don't think that worked as well as they wanted it to. Then there was the Wii, which the first thing on the Wii was
Wii Sports, I guess. Like that was
I think the first big game, right? Not necessarily launch game, but I think the first big game on the Wii was Twilight Princess, because I feel like it was
that
was a crossover with the GameCube.
Like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it came out on GameCube too, but it's kind of like how
they did the same thing with the Switch and the Wii U with Breath of the Wild.
Like it came out on the previous one, but like no one bought it for the previous one.
I always forget that was on Wii U.
Yeah. Now, for Breath of the Wild, they did it the same day. For Twilight Princess, they pushed back the GameCube launch so people would get Wii's instead.
Yeah. So the Wii had a Zelda, because I don't think that Mario Galaxy was out until the next year.
What was the Wii U's launch character?
That's a good question.
New Super Mario U, which I think was like a few months later. I was thinking it was launch window.
It might have been New Super Mario U.
Let's see here. What was launch? Wii U launch games.
Because Rayman Legends would have been an awesome system seller, but they kept pushing it back.
All right, I'm gonna list some incredible games here for you. Assassin's Creed 3.
Nope.
Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Okay, no. We'll talk about the Nintendo games. New Super Mario Brothers U was a launch game. Nintendo Land launch game. Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge launch game published by Nintendo, by the way. Wow. Sing Party. Zombie U. Okay, but this is launch day.
Oh yeah, Zombie U. Yeah.
This is like launch day. Like what
but I feel like honestly, the Wii U with the Wii U's library, it would have just had to have been New Super Mario Brothers U, because
it was New Super Mario U.
There was no Mario Galaxy game for the Wii U. There was no Zelda games exclusively for the Wii U.
I mean, not launch window. It wasn't until Super Mario 3D World. That was kind of its big Mario. But that was
window.
3D
World. That's right. That was the big Mario game on it.
Don't forget about Funky Barn.
That was a year or two later.
Yeah, that was much later.
That's a good game
Country
too.
Tropical Freeze.
Donkey Kong Country Returns was on Wii, and then Freeze
Tropical
was
Freeze.
on Wii U.
Yep. Don't forget Donkey Kong Country Freeze was also, I believe, was on the 3DS as well. They ported it.
No, that was Returns.
Okay.
Donkey Kong Country Returns was ported.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Donkey Kong Country Returns was on 3DS, and then it was on Switch, which I bought the version of the Switch one recently because it was
which just came out. Yeah.
Yeah. It was only like $40, I think. So
this is kind of like the GameCube situation where they kind of went with a different one of their main. It's not a Zelda, and it's not a Mario.
It's the cow from Mario Kart World. Everyone loves
is
the
cow. Is the cow from Mario Kart World the one from Moo Moo?
Yeah.
Moo Moo Farms.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is.
64 Mario.
Yeah.
Kart.
Yep.
Mario Kart 64. What am I fucking saying?
Anyway. So yeah, Mario Kart is out, but I think so. But what you're saying is Donkey Kong is what they're going for because they kind of did a redesign that everyone's talking about.
Yeah, so. Like all the Nintendo consoles, except maybe the Wii U, because no one really gave that much of a shit about New Super Mario Brothers U. Basically, have like the first system seller game, first party system seller game, and. Obviously, the Switch did so well in large part because its first system seller game was a launch game, and it was fucking incredible, and it was Zelda. But, like, you also had the GameCube with Luigi's Mansion, and it didn't really... I mean, I know some people bought it because they had a GameCube, but...
Mario Sunshine, I think, was within 8 months, wasn't it?
Yeah, most people I know waited until Mario Sunshine, but I think Luigi's Mansion was meant to be the console mover.
Yeah. It was.
Sure.
I mean, some of the graphic cutscenes looked really good, like the Luigi hand opening the door. Yeah. You know, that was quite the jump from the 64.
Yeah.
But it was within a year. They also got Smash Brothers, and that kind of took it the rest of the way.
That's got to be the best-selling game for GameCube was Smash Brothers Melee.
The GameCube
if not, it's gonna be close with something else.
The GameCube is definitely like the most. That and the N64, like the most played console of my youth, like just with like friends, like just so many hundreds and hundreds and
you can play your single player games
and hundreds of hours of Super Smash Brothers Melee.
And then you break out the GameCube when your friends are over single play Mario Kart.
It's the genius of having 4 controller ports built in, like just like that.
Melee was just under 7.5 million. Mario Kart Double Dash just under 7 million. Mario Sunshine.
I know. I never owned Double Dash.
Wind Waker 4.4 million.
Yeah, I owned Double Dash. We had Wind Waker, and we have the disc that has Ocarina of Time for GameCube as well.
Oh yeah,
whatever the promo disc you got if you pre-ordered
Master Quest.
The Ocarina of Time plus Master Quest.
Yeah.
I have the other one, which is Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, original Zelda.
I have the one with Master's Quest.
Yeah, that was when they released it as a standalone. John had the disc that came with the special edition.
Yeah, if you pre-ordered it, you got that. So, speaking of Nintendo special stuff, oh my god! So I went to my parents' house and they want me to take all of my shit. So I found these Pokemon cards I had.
Whoa.
Oh yeah,
nice, Spanky.
I got like a bunch of them. I want you to guess how much these Pokemon cards are worth.
$9.
30 cents.
The entire
entire binder, I would say maybe $55.
2, 3,
maybe
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What's 9 times 2? 18?
18.
8 times 18. That many cards.
144.
I went through the application
144
of scanning them. How many?
144.
144 cards. I went through a trading card game player app, whatever, looking up the cards and stuff. This Pokemon card set, according to them, based on fair market value for like whatever normal cards are, $770.
Wow. Damn.
It's insane.
Shit.
I was like, this is stupid. Like, why?
You could buy a lot of junk on swap with that.
I know. Well, so I've got this holo card, Dark Vileplume, is worth like $70.
Oh, probably. Yeah, that makes sense.
Some of these trainer cards. So these are from the Team Rocket set, which I think is the second expansion or third expansion.
Third, because it was a base set, then Jungle, then Rocket, and then base set 2 after that.
And then I have a bunch of these promo cards that I got, apparently, like this Rapidash and this Ho. These are worth like $40 a piece. I got a lot of promo cards, actually, which is apparently worth a lot. I just assumed those would be cheap. The real prize, though, is this Heracross. That's worth $80.
Oh, damn.
So the question is whether or not...
I've got a Burger King baked golden Pikachu.
I have one of those, too. But the question is, do I get them graded or do I sell them not graded?
I mean,
because I was looking at graded versions of that Heracross, and like if you have a mint, which mine probably isn't, that's $500 instead of $75.
How much does it cost to get them graded, though?
$20.
Yeah.
Okay.
A card.
I'll probably get them graded, like the ones that are worth more than $50. Yeah. So I got like maybe like 10, just because that'll be fun. And plus, they put them in like a nice case that like seals them, and then I could like decide to sell them or not. I don't know. I was just like, that's neat, and I think I have more somewhere. So look, that
most of Mike.
The answer is if you're of our age, so in your mid to late 30s or even early 30s, like if you have Pokemon cards from like 99, 2000, 2001, they're worth a lot of money.
Mine are mostly from like 2010 because I mostly got into it in the black and white era.
Because I have the old stuff, like because I got Pokemon cards like when the Pokemon movie was out, when the trading card game launched, basically. Because I had I had cousins that were way into it, and so we bought cards from that.
My parents wouldn't let me get into Pokemon cards, and then later they let me get into Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and that was a total fucking. They got that one wrong. Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh cards ain't worth shit.
I just have Beanie Babies.
I mean, that's a retirement right there, though. So keep an eye on it. Let's see here. Yeah, I have a Team Rocket Snorlax is worth $75. A holographic Yanma from Neo Discovery, $51. Dark Persian, $51. Oh, a promo Wizards of the Coast promo Mewtwo's worth $50. Yeah, like I have a bunch of cards that are worth like that. But then even like a lot of the commons from that era are worth like $5 a piece. You know, just because they're so old. So
and the era I've got, my commons are like 30 cents. So
anyway, what's great about this is that I did that particularly now so that if my house burns down, I have the value of them. So I can show the insurance company, because it's like you want to value your cards at least so you can have like your thing to show your insurance company that you lost something of value, rather than just a binder of cards. It's I have the values, $700 worth of cards for some reason. But the thing is, like, do I even sell them? The value will probably never go down on these. It'll only go up. At least
hodl, John, hodl.
But I want to buy so many things on the swap right now. There's so many old
Think
PCs
of the server racks.
Well, like now I'm like watching a bunch of videos on Proxmox, and I'm like, oh, now I want to build a Proxmox server so I can run a lot of virtual machines.
You could get a desktop gene sequencing machine. I don't know how that works, but in my mind, it's like you can make Ninja Turtles and shit.
Wrangler. What's Gap? Old Navy.
Oh, I get it. I get the joke. I got there eventually.
Figuring out what kind of jeans I got. Wrangler. Lee.
Oh.
Anyway, so like, am I going to become an eBay guy, selling eBay stuff on eBay now?
As long as you don't talk to me about it, I can't stand buying anything on eBay.
Just don't be a
like,
drop shipper.
It's exactly, dude. Oh man, like, so like, because I use eBay to buy stuff, and I'm like looking up cards and stuff now, like all of my like, targeted ads and shit are like, hey, you want to go on r/flipper help, you know, or something, where it's like people asking stuff about how it's like, this subreddit's dedicated to people finding stuff and selling it for a profit. And it's like, so you're the guy who took the chair somebody set out for free and then selling it to someone for $30 instead of it going to someone who needed a chair. Fuck yourself.
Yep.
Also, fuck you to the guy in the swap, who I hope is a giant man like me, who outbid me on the Herman Miller Aeron size C, which is their big and tall chair. I gave up.
You're gonna see that on Facebook Marketplace for.
I ended. I feel okay because I bid him up to $350 before I tapped out.
Holy shit!
Those chairs go for $1,100. Like, they're expensive.
You can get used refurb, but this is the thing. So you can go on the shitty sites like Madison Seating that get terrible reviews, but they sell used chairs and people get them. But like, that's like probably the same quality as this. Those are $480, $500 for one. So $350 isn't taking that much of a haircut on a chair that listing specifically said doesn't work, but they said they tested it and found it to work. So at the very least, I would assume what means it doesn't work is somebody who tested it isn't heavy, and I'm assuming the cylinder shot, because that's usually what happens. But those are the
you can buy replacement parts for
easiest thing. Exactly, that's like buy an Aeron because the parts are infinite online for those things, and they're built to be repaired. So. Yep. Anyway, so I'm mad because I wanted that, but $350 is a little bit too much to spend on a chair right now. Because I was hoping for a deal, get it for like $200 or something, but whatever. It's fine. He's going to flip it on Facebook Marketplace. I guarantee it. There's no way he's not. I fucking hate these people. I hate that shit. Like, so much. Like, that type of person. So much.
Yeah, I also hate the kind of people who are like, anytime they see something, like, oh, you should turn that into a side business. Like, no, I was doing this because I wanted to. If it's a business, that I don't want to fucking do it anymore.
Exactly. Like for me, like, the fun of buying used business laptops is like opening them up and upgrading them and making them cool. And if I were to sell them online, I would be because I made them better and I want to sell them at a price that someone can get a really cheap laptop that works, that wants one, not to make a ton of money. I want to cover the costs of the stuff I put in it.
The thing that I hate about that too is that nobody makes a ton of money doing that.
No, like for me, it's just fun because I like opening up computers. Some people
make a little bit of money and then everyone else gets fucked over, and it's like it's the profit margin isn't big enough to make it lucrative for the individual, but it does drive up the price enough for the other people who just want to buy like a used laptop that it pisses off a lot of extra people. It is there's no winner in these scenarios.
The nice part about the used business laptops though is that there's infinite numbers of them, so there's the price stays pretty flat. Like there's so many Dell Latitudes sitting out there that are online. Like, I actually was interesting. I feel like I should have gotten commission for this, but I posted that back market. Backpage is the one that got banned. There's a website called
That was the one where you could buy children, right?
Yes. Back Market, which is a thing that exists, I guess, that I found where I showed Spanky that 2020 MacBook Air M1 or whatever that was $450. I posted that on some other forum, and a guy bought one. I'm like, damn, I should get commission for this because that's a good deal. I don't have money to spend on laptops now. We're on a spending freeze because I bought way too much shit. And we're saving up for a trip that we're going to Florida. So I'm done buying useless things. I bought my laptops. I although I did buy that useless framed photo of the guy, the James D. Phillips lounge.
Come on, that's an artifact.
$10. I mean, come on.
That's an artifact. That's the kind of bullshit I love. It's just liminal space weird artifacts.
So
like
I don't know how much to bid on this, but there's a lot of 7 photographs of like the football teams from like the 1920s in like some nice frames. I bid 25. Someone bid me up. I don't know if I'm gonna go much higher, but like that shit's fun. Like just have an old UW Badgers 1920s football team framed photographs. Like
that's good shit.
I know. Yeah. So anyway. So yeah, that's the kind of stuff, and that I'm also on the lookout if they got like a desk or a chair or a side table or something that is just like, you know, I could find that at
every time I see those like heavy duty tanker desks, I want one, but I assume they're like 1,000 pounds.
Yes, I looked at look at the weight.
Amazing,
it's 250 pounds. You're like, yeah, you need like a group
at
of people.
Work, my building is getting renovated, and they're gonna kick me out before too long. Right now they're doing asbestos abatement, and who boy do I fucking hate going into the office. Not because of the asbestos, it's mostly in the floor tiles. So the way that they do that is the way that they do that is they've got all those rooms sectioned off, and then they basically just do it while it's all wet. So they mop the floor and it's really, really fucking wet. So that way when they bang up the tiles, it doesn't go into the air.
Yeah.
But that also means that there's a cleaner in the air. They're still taking apart the walls and the ceilings and everything else and knocking loose. It used to be a library, so it's got like 1960s library dust still in there from whenever smoking was allowed in the building.
Book binding mold and shit.
So basically I'm inhaling like 1960s Marlboros and book glue. So like it sucks to be there. They're always making noise, but I've got one of those like 250-pound nuclear shelter desks in my office, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna, like, as part of the renovation, replace all of those desks. And I'm going to either convince my boss to let me have that to put in my garage, or steal it, because I want to have one of those in my garage, just because that's not my garage where I park my car, but my detached garage. That's basically like a metal storage thing and a surface that I could put anything heavy on, and it's fine.
Yeah. It always reminds me of like a supervisor in some like 1960s industrial manufacturing plant or something.
Oh, good. There's some shit that I wish that I wish I had like a basement, like a real basement, because like they sound like, I think I posted one of them, but like a server rack on wheels. Like I would, if I had a basement, I would totally buy a server rack to put all of my shit in, but there's just no spot for it. I fucking despise flippers so much, because I bought that what do you call it? I bought that thing, and I was like, oh yeah, I put a bunch of stuff on my save for later, like stuff that they have like a big stock of, and it had a Blu-ray player, just like a cheap Blu-ray player, like, I don't know, some LG one, whatever, but like with the remote and everything. And I was like, that'd be nice to have for like $10, because they're selling for I think 10 or 20. And I was like, it'd be nice to have one, just to have one, because right now my Blu-rays play on consoles, and that's not ideal. Just always good to have a backup. All gone. I'm assuming somebody bought all 10, because those are like $80 Blu-ray players when they came out. So I'm sure somebody bought them and is flipping them on eBay or some shit. I hate this. I hate the world that we live in. And honestly, is it these people's fault? Kind of, but the world makes you do this.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just get by with a regular job. You need to be doing a side hustle of flipping laptops or some nonsense. You know what I mean? Like, it just sucks. God, capitalism's the worst, right? Am I right?
I'm a big fan, actually. Welcome to r/Flipper Help podcast.
Surprise heel turn by Spanky.
Okay. I've been flipping this whole time. Anyway. No, and then there was a folding table that I wanted, and somebody picked that up. They got some of these desks I might buy. I don't know. I have that. You were in the cat room. That the desk in there is a desk that I got after college, so 2008 summer of, that I found on the side of the road, and it is made of particle board and it is disintegrating. And
yeah, it looked a little wobbly.
It's not good, and I want something to replace it so I can ideally move my 3D printer into that room, so that I have this space to be like a workbench, or make that space the workbench. Just I'd like to have space, but that thing is a nightmare and wobbly and useless. So.
God, I bought a table saw as one of my birthday things, and I now just want to build all of my furniture. Mm-hmm. Like I'm never gonna buy anything made out of MDF ever again. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go on to Amazon, look at the dimensions and how something is built, and then I'm just going to go to the hardware store and buy wood, and then I'm going to be. It gives me masculine gender euphoria to just build furniture.
Dude,
and I fucking love that.
I'm looking at one of these tanker desks right now. Oh, $30, 200 pounds. You could kill a man with that thing, though. Like you could, if someone fell on that, or if that fell on you, you die.
Survive a nuclear blast.
Yeah, you could hide underneath it and survive a nuclear blast. There's another Zoom recorder on here, though, that I'm excited to bid on. Maybe I'll win this one. I put a max bid at 65.
This was my other birthday present to myself purchase.
Oh, dude. I so for those.
Yeah, me and Matt were looking at your thing trying to figure out what it was.
So I have the Polymaker Poly Dryer. Oh, whoa. 32%.
Anyone that's not looking at the video.
Anyway, but no, it's the Polymaker Poly Dryer, but these are nice because they have these little feet that come off, and then there's a drying station, so you just pop these on, dry them, and then the other thing is
found the drying station. We're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
So it's nice.
Did not figure it out.
And on Prime Day, which is praise the Lord of Prime. Those are normally $30 for like the container, which is kind of a lot, but on Prime Day they're $20, and so I bought 2 more. So now I have 5, and I did that because Matt, you don't have a Prusa, do you, Matt?
No.
I did 5 because the MMU, the multi-material unit for Prusa, does 5
I was
spools.
Gonna ask, yeah.
And the way that they're set is you're supposed to put on the table, so I could have the rolls come out of those instead of that. So I was like, now I have my 5 for when I eventually buy one of those MMU spool things. So
I also bought a big bag of snacks.
Oh, yum! Oh, you got the bags. I bought.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, actually, so I watched the video that I forget, was it somebody put out recently. One of the I think it was CNC Kitchen. I think it was Stefan. That guy put a video about the desiccants, and that you can just microwave or oven those packs and they work again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just bought the loose desiccant that goes in the little containers. So
yeah, I just bought whatever Micro Center had because for my birthday I was like, Mom, I want to go to Kansas City, and I want to go to like the art museum, World War I museum. There was another museum we went to. It was a steamboat museum. And
cool.
I was like, I just want to go to some museums. I want to be a boring guy in his 30s who goes to museums for his birthday. And then also I'm going to drag you to Micro Center, and it would be very boring for you, but I want to look at their walls of filaments that they have. And I didn't even end up buying any filaments. It was just like overwhelming, the amount of filaments that you can just look at. And it's so weird because I'm used to like just going to Amazon, and it's like, I don't know if it's going to look like this. This is obviously just a photo or a render of what the filament might look like. So I got to go down to the customer reviews to see if they posted a photo. But at Micro Center, they've got like the filaments that are the most popular. They've got a shelf above them with just things that were printed with those filaments.
That's nice.
There was one that was really cool. That was a dual color one that was blue and red, and someone had printed a Spider-Man. That was the exact, like they I guess there's a little info sheet on it. So like basically if it travels this far, that's how long the entire blueprint will be. So like every 100 millimeters, say, is blue, and then it switches to red for the next 100 millimeters, et cetera, et cetera. And you can, if you design your infill right, you can make it so that per layer, the front of Spider-Man is blue and the back is red. So whenever you turn it, it looks like there's a red light shining on his back, and it's like the light source is moving with him, even though it's just an illusion. It's really cool. Some stuff that they had there. I was really thinking about buying some like pearlescent unicorn ones that were all very like pink and yellowy and sparkly. But then I went and I was gonna get the Sunlu dryer for filament, and they were out of that. And I was like, well, fuck it, I'll get the Soval one because that's what my boss has. But he said it's annoying because he had to put custom firmware on it, because by default it would only let him go to 6 hours. And I plugged mine in and it goes to 48 hours. So I asked him, I'm like, I didn't have to do that. And he's like, oh yeah, they updated it. I just bought mine years ago, and the newer versions will just let you go to 48 hours. And I was like,
Soval's a nice company. Like, they're I think they're Chinese, but they're all open source. So
yeah,
they're like Ender 3, like, or Creality, where they're just.
He said the only thing he doesn't like about his, because he's got a bamboo, I think. I forget which bamboo he has, but it's one of the nicer ones. And he had an Ender 3, and so he's given me a lot of his Ender 3 shit as a hand-me-down. Because like, yes, finally someone can just use all this shit that I can't really. I mean, he still has it, but it's mostly just if he needs to print 2 things at once. You know, he doesn't need spare beds or anything like that anymore. So all of my 3D printing has been hand-me-down in one form or another to start off. Although I did put a direct drive extruder that's new on it. But everything else has been, you know, John handed me down the 3D printer, and my boss handed me several components. I did buy a light for it too, to go like on that top bar. A lights that I can turn on, because whenever I want to shut all the lights off in my house, Octopi's webcam doesn't have any light, so I can't see it. So I got that so I can turn that on. That's nice.
That's why I bought Prusa's Buddy Cam, even though any normal webcam works, because that Buddy Cam has night vision. So
nice.
I don't have to have the lights on. I can see what's printing.
So like I've kind of paused like learning more about 3D printing at the moment, but just like today, I'm like, man, I wish I had a thickness planer like for boards, because I want to buy boards that aren't already planed to, let's say, 1/2 inch.
Sure.
But I don't want to spend a shitload of money buying all the boards I need, because I'm trying to build cabinet doors myself. That's my I'm gonna buy a table saw, but I have to actually use it. So I took all the doors off my cabinets and put them in a fire. I'm like, now there's no going back. I have to fucking do this. I have to make cabinet doors. I have to learn how to do it. And that was like my ultimatum to myself, is like, if you buy this, you do have to learn how to use it and to make things with it. But like I said, I don't have a thickness planer. I'm like, well, I looked them up. Menards will sell you a pretty cheap thickness planer for $350, I think. And all the reviews are like, you get what you pay for here. And I'm like, I don't know if I should spend that much money to get something that kind of sucks. It's just, instead of spending the extra money on buying the already plain boards, I'm like, I don't know if that's really worth doing. So I go to YouTube, and there's this guy who like designed the jig that you can use to basically, depending on what kind of board you've got, use your table saw kind of as a planer. If you've got if you buy boards that are already planed to 4 sides, so they're square, then you can build a jig. And like, he built it with like clamps and some other wood he cut, and I'm like, shit, I could just 3D print all the stuff he did there. Like because basically it's like 3 boards.
Do you have it like vertical?
It's 3 boards that make basically a U shape, and then you put the board you want to cut on the left side so that it makes a square, and then you use essentially like a clamp or something like that to clamp it so that only the board that you want to cut is hanging off the edge of the square, and then you put what looks like a big square essentially, or a big rectangular prism of boards through the table saw, but it's only cutting the board that you actually want to cut. And the way he did it was he had like multiple clamps to hold stuff in place and like screws that could adjust it. And I was like, man, I wish I could, because I think what he did is he tore apart a bunch of screw clamps that he had broken or used before in the past. Like, man, I wish I had like all the scrap parts he had so I could build it just like his. And I'm like, fuck, I could print that. Fuck, I could print the little screw clamp. Like, because it doesn't need to be rigid and super strong. It just needs to hold it from wobbling while I push it through, because I'll use a regular like bar clamp to hold the board in place, but to hold it, basically to hold it in the right distance from the blade or from the edge of the square of the U shape that you build, you can wobble while you're bar clamping it. So you'd have to go back and forth and keep adjusting it. But no, I could just print little screw clamps out. So that's probably going to be the next thing I print is little screw clamps to go on this jig that I'm building. So now I'm like, oh man, I could build every tool I need. There's no tool that I can't build now that I've got a 3D printer and a table saw.
Yeah, that's where 3D printing really shines. Like just little things that assist and support other hobbies and activities.
Yeah.
It's crazy what you can do.
Because like I had my printer new phase where I'm like, I want to print, I want to dial in all my layer, and I got the bed level, or I hate how they call it auto bed leveling, because it's not what it does. It's auto bed like mapping, I guess is the better way to say it.
Yeah.
But I got that good, and I figured out, I bought new springs and everything so that it would stay tighter, and I got it all dialed in exactly how I wanted it, and then I started building stuff. I'm like, cool. Like I gave my mom I designed her one day when she was here, this little things to hold basically a closet pole, but she didn't want it to be held out as far as closet poles normally held, because they were to hold medals that she gets for running races. So she only needed it like half an inch from the wall instead of being, however half the length of a hanger is from the wall. And I'm like, yeah, I could just design you little mounts for that. And I did. And she sent me a picture of it when she got home. And I'm like, fuck yeah. Yeah, I did it. I designed a thing.
Yeah.
It's being used.
Yeah.
Currently.
It's so cool. Like, so I went crazy on Prime Day. So Amazon, I don't know, they just sent me a ping on my thing saying, hey, if you get the Amazon credit card, which I didn't have, you get a $200 gift certificate.
Ooh, nice.
I know. And then 5% cash back on all Amazon purchases. And I use Amazon way too much. So I'm like, you know what? Might as well get some cash back. So I had $200 to spend on Prime Day. And I bought 14 rolls of filament.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I got like every color. I got 3 black spools, 3 white. Well, the thing is, like on Prime Day, everything's on sale, and it's not a lot. Rolls are like $16 instead of $20. Like whatever. But over 10 rolls that's like $40 saved. Because I'm going to use it, and it doesn't really go bad, especially PLA and PETG. It's vacuum sealed. It'll last years.
Oh, that's the only thing that my boss said that the Soval. Is that a spring?
So this is
metal?
This is a BQ Cryo Grip Glacier plate, which I heard recommended is really good for gripping. This thing. Ooh, it's ruining the light.
Yeah.
The color temperature, auto white balance. Anyway, it's very blindingly blue, but it is really grippy. I guess the idea is it's called Glacier because you can print at cooler temperatures and it'll still grip like the stuff.
Okay.
So, but anyway, just so far printing stuff at the normal temperature, it really works. So I'm really excited for PETG because PETG I've had trouble even with the textured build plates getting it to stick without using hairspray, which I would recommend you get Spanky if you have trouble. Just a quick.
I have too much wood glue.
A quick mist of hairspray. Or a glue stick. I have
so much wood glue just from having forgotten where my wood glue is and going to the store and buying wood glue that like I won't let myself not use wood glue.
Yeah, I mean,
on my
any adhesive layer.
Like I gotta use this wood. This is half the reason I'm doing so much woodworking, and I'm still only like through half of one bottle, and I've got like 4 giant bottles of wood glue.
Yeah. So
you just put like a thin layer on the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I do,
just to get it tacky, like. Because he has a glass bed, or at least if he's still using the bed that I gave him.
Yeah, I've got different kinds. I got the magnetic beds,
Okay.
I've got a spring steel bed, and I've got 2 glass beds. But the glass bed's what's on it right now. So I just got little shitty glue brushes. What I do is I first take a squirt bottle of water and I just mist it with water. Then I squirt a bunch of wood glue down, and then I just take this and I just mix it up. So it's a really, really liquidy, thin. And then when it dries, it levels out and gets smooth. But then when it heats up, because it's thick enough, it gets tacky again. And if I needed to be a little bit more tacky, I just spray a little bit more water on and then take.
Yeah, I have a pack of glue sticks I bought as well that I use as well. But the hairspray works generally really well.
Yeah.
If I'm having trouble.
Told me hairspray works the best, but he hated the overspray because of where his room is, and it would get all over on his like keyboard for his work desk.
And it smells when it heats up. So
and so he quit that and moved to glue sticks.
The
he's like,
frame and the steppers and the cords, they all get covered in hairspray eventually.
Well, that's one thing I really like about getting this printer is that I don't need to use any of that because it has the automatic bed sensing, it can tell the squish based on I forget what it has in it, some sort of what is it? Not a pressure sensor, just because when you have to calibrate, you have to touch the nozzle tip with your finger so it can detect the feedback.
Capacitive sensor.
So it's got something on it that can detect how well it's pushing down onto the bed, so it can automatically adjust the Z offset to get the perfect layer. Nice. So I don't really have to worry about that, except for with PETG, because the corners like to lift off after a while, so it can cause.
Well, you could just use a glass bed for PETG. If
and then it never comes off. I think I warned you that when I got it. I was like, make sure you don't use this.
Yeah, my boss sent me a picture, not of him, but of I think his brother or someone had printed with PETG on glass and tried to pull it off, and just half of the glass bed came with it ruined the bed. Is crazy.
Yeah, you just get a separate sheet for that.
He said that he used to use painter's tape.
Yep, that works too. I have a roll of painter's tape that I used to use as well. But
the coolest thing he showed me, the absolute coolest thing he showed me was PVA filament. If you have an MMU and you print all of your supports in PVA filament, you could just dunk it in a bucket of water and the PVA is water soluble. So you get a perfect once it's all.
And if you want to be even lazy, or not even lazy, well, maybe even lazier, but just printing supports in PETG or PLA and swap them.
Yeah, because they barely stick to each other at all. You just touch them and they'll come apart.
That is definitely something I'll probably do when I buy an MMU, but they cost $350, and the MMU for the Prusa comes with a lot of caveats, which I'm not looking forward to, because you can't use the high flow nozzle with it. So a lot of the nozzles I own can't use the. It takes up a ton of desk space because they have a retraction box, so it doesn't do the huge amount of waste that the Bamboo does. It does a rollback, so it needs a bunch of space to spool roll. It's just a lot of trade-offs.
Just get the swappable print heads. Just go all.
Well, that's the thing. Well, honestly, the cheaper way would be to get an MMU and then just have a second printer that's my single color printer. You know what I mean? And deal with that. So I think my second printer though will probably be. You spoke about them earlier, Soval. So at the SVO8, which is their big one, it's a 350 by 350 bed. Someone described it as the Voron Lite, because it's not the Voron project standards, but it's a Core XY linear rail large area printer that's easier to build, but it isn't open. It's open source, but it's not open source parts. You have to use their parts. But it's $560 or something like that. So it's a third of the price of a Voron kit, which is $1,500.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean it's not enclosed like the Voron would be, but you can build enclosures for it because they're open source.
My boss has only caveat about the Soval filament jar that I got is that he is now printing in nylon, and that is very high temperatures, and it's also very hydrophilic.
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 Will suck up water. Yeah.
Yeah. But nylon is obviously a much higher melting temperature, so to dry it out at 50°C, which is what these go up to, takes for fucking ever with nylon, because it'll get soaked deep down in there and it'll like hold on to it because it's not softening up very much at all. So he was trying to hack it to get it to go up to a higher temperature, his firmware, and I'm like, I don't know about that. I don't think I'm ever gonna print in nylon. I know why he does it. He's got like certain. I remember he lives in a house that was built, I don't know, like 60 years ago, and he's like, it has all these weird like he told me like his cabinets, he doesn't want to redo all the hardware in his cabinets, but they're these weird, the way that they go in, they don't sell whatever like type of rail that used to go back in the 60s on that type of cabinet. So he didn't want to redo all of his cabinets with new hardware. So he printed it in PLA and it broke. He printed it in PETG that broke, and he's like, fuck this. So the reason he owns a Bamboo at all, is because he's like, fuck this. I don't want to redo my cabinets. I'm just buying a printer that can handle nylon and actually print it in nylon. And he says they're holding up. Nylon prints are pretty much like top notch for like applications where they're going to be put under strain or stress, because it's very sturdy and it's very flexible. It won't break, it won't warp, but the caveat is, of course, it has a really high melting temperature, which means that like PETG, it'll get stringy and shit.
Yeah, nylon is what a lot of people will print for car part stuff, because a lot of this stuff.
Well, and for the other nylon are used for nylon filament is if you really need to clean out your nozzle and your print head, you just shove it in there and then let it cool off and yank it out, because it's strong enough that the whole thing will come out.
Yeah, they call it the atomic cold pull.
Yeah, the atomic cold pull.
Because it just will.
Nylon's ridiculously tough for that kind of shit.
So what's interesting about the MMU on the Prusa is that it basically does a cold pull every filament change. So it will like basically never clog, because it cools down enough that it can retract everything out, so there's no oozing between color changes, rather than what the Bamboo does for the color changes. It just does a huge purge poop and then spits it out. This doesn't do any purging. It just has a purge tower, so it'll do one quick thing, and then so it's much less filament waste on that. So that's the one, and filament changes are way faster as well, because you don't need to print out a meter of string or however much it is. Anyway, that's enough 3D printing news for nerds. I just bought a ton of filament, and I love 3D printing. And I basically, my next 3D printer, if I buy another one, will be either a Bamboo to do multicolor, just so I have a multicolor, or I turn this one multicolor, and I buy. If I'm going to buy another one, it's going to be bigger, to make like bigger things. Because the downside with the Prusa and even with the Bamboo Labs is that the 250 by 250 build plate size is too small for a lot of stuff, specifically like printing like computer parts and like computer cases and things like that you can do, or like cases for projects. It's just too small. Like 350 by 350 millimeters is big enough for a lot of like box stuff. So that is the future.
The Ender 5 is a 330 by 330.
Yeah, exactly. Or like if I'm going to buy something, it's going to be bigger size, because I want more space. I already have an incredible fast 3D printer that is super accurate. If I want something else, it needs to be bigger or multicolor to replace that. So anyway, what else happened? Oh, Matt, you were talking about how you had a cat emergency.
Yeah. So Rodrigo's 18 now, so he's full on into.
Wow, he does not look 18, at least in the video.
No. And he sounds like a kitten because he's got this ridiculously high voice. It's just hilarious. But yeah, he had like some kind of upper respiratory thing last week, and just one day he just like stopped eating and drinking and all that. So he ended up going to. Yeah, I'm talking about you. He ended up going to an emergency vet on Saturday,
Ooh, I hate emergency vets.
I was there for over 7 hours because we got triaged right away, but like more severe stuff kept coming in.
Yep.
And they just gave him fluids, did some tests. He had, he has some chronic kidney disease just because, every old cat
Yep.
is going to get that. And he got put on some antibiotics because his white cell count was up. So I started giving him the antibiotic twice a day. He still wasn't eating. So they needed me to do a follow-up at a regular vet anyway, so I went in, and like 48 hours later, he still hadn't eaten or drank anything on his own. They did more tests, and they gave me IV fluids and appetite stimulant. That's just, I looked it up, it's an antidepressant, so somehow that works, but it, like, that wasn't mincing words. It was like, either he turns around right now or he's probably dead in like 48 hours.
Sure.
So it was a very stressful time, but once he started on the appetite stimulant and the fluids that it's just literally a big IV bag that I inject under his skin, and he hates it, but I'm basically like an amateur vet tech now. He started turning around right away. So now I've finished up the antibiotic, so his total medicine list is he's on a steroid every morning for chronic pancreatitis. He gets fluids injected once a day until that IV is used up. He gets the appetite stimulant once a day, and then he gets a B vitamin injection once a week, and he's fucking ridiculous, the things I gotta do for this cat. But he's really turned around. So.
Well, that's great to hear.
I'm happy for Rodrigo.
Yeah. Pets getting old sucks.
Yeah.
We went so our cats are 15. And Steve just sneezes all the time now.
Yeah.
I went to the vet and they were just like, we checked his lungs, they're clear. He just sneezes now. He's old.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. They're like, he's healthy. He's putting on weight. Like, he's a healthy weight. So it's like, all right.
Well, the camera doesn't
recognize. He doesn't have a human face.
No.
So, well, that's good to hear. It's always nice when it's something simple as just medicine. You don't have to have a super expensive treatment.
It's pretty wild that it's like, well, all we can do is give him fluids and try and make him eat, and basically it's up to the chance, up to him. He's either dying immediately or he's living like several more years. So
interesting. What we had I had to when Judy was little, we had to give her vitamin B shots because she was like low, and that was fun. Just getting a needle.
I got that too now. I'm giving him once a week for like a month, and then after that, he might be getting it like once a month. Or
that's exactly what we did. We did once a week, and then after they like tested again, I was like, oh, it's back to normal. So whatever was going on, she's fine. But it was really funny with hers.
Car rides, and he had to go to like 3 different vet appointments. For total,
did they give him any?
Rides.
What's the name of that drug?
Gabapentin.
Gabapentin, yeah. The stuff that they give asylum patients just to make them shut up.
Yeah,
like
I take that stuff. It's good stuff.
An inpatient asylum is on gabapentin just because it makes them easier to deal with. It's not a medical thing, and that's basically why they give it to pets for rides too.
Nice.
Yeah, we get that for our pets for going to the vet, just because they hate it so much. Our cats.
My pet is 30 is in a different town. it's not just the drive into town. It's a 30-minute drive out of town. I got that because they were open and able to get Mike in quickly whenever he was sick 5 years ago. And I like them a lot, so I'm like, all right, you guys are going to be my vet from now on. But that also means that it's a long drive of what? Neither cat is appreciative of a car ride.
I think Discord didn't recognize that as human noises.
Yeah.
Good.
Like muted you.
It did mute the meow.
Well, what I said was meow, but it was long and loud and high pitched.
Yeah, that's what my cats sound like too. That's the song of the vet. It's just yowling.
Yeah.
So
May, I might have to take her to the vet. I don't know if she might have like something going on. Nothing serious, but like it might just be that she's a bitch because she is a little bitch and she's a fucking hell goblin. So my cats have been going outside a lot more because the weather is nice and I've been doing stuff out in the backyard. So they are pretty good, both of them, about not getting out of the fence in my backyard. And because of that, I just let them go out with me. And, I don't just let them go run around the neighborhood, but they do go out. And so they've been doing that more lately. And I think May has been like eating bugs and things and might just like have eaten something that made her sick. But one annoying ass side effect of May being a little fucking garbage monster is that whenever they want to go outside, yes, I know I said the O word. Whenever they want to go outside, this one, what his tactic is to scratch at the door. But if I say no, he understands what that means and he runs away. He's like, oh shit, I'll try again in 2 seconds. But he understands what that means. May does not have respect for me. So whenever I tell her no, she just meows louder. And if I'm anywhere like where she's not, like if I step outside for 1 second and I didn't let her out with me, or if honestly it doesn't really matter where I'm at, but what she'll do is she'll piss on my recliner out of protest. And she did this recently, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go cats peeing whenever where they're not supposed to. That can be like a way to try to like communicate with you. So like that's why I think she might have a stomach bug or something right now. But no, I think also there's a high likelihood that she's just protesting by pissing on the recliner because she did it once. And I was like, fuck. So I cleaned it as quick as I could. And, the way with cat pee, like, it's very difficult to get the smell out if you don't, like, get it cleaned and like, wet shop vac immediately. And then another time I was playing PlayStation on the couch and she jumps into the recliner next to me and just stares at me and then squats down to piss. So I'm like, no. I go like, fuck you, bitch, you motherfucking monster.
Oh, she's so cute though behind you there.
Oh, she is cute. I do love her a lot, but she is a little fucking monster in a way that Maik isn't. Maik is a teddy bear. Maik is a drama queen, but he's also a teddy bear. May is just a fucking tyrant. She's a little monster. So the other day I went outside to start the grill and I didn't let her out with me, and literally took me long enough. All I had to do was start the grill, so I just turned the gas on, and then my igniter's fucked because I don't know any gas grill where the igniter isn't fucked. So I get my little stick lighter and I get and light it that way. Then I walked back in and I see the recliner is moving, like it's a rocking recliner, so it's rocking slightly. So I go around and look, and it's because she's just pissed on the recliner again and jumped off of it to run away. So I'm pretty sure it's just well, fuck you then, and then she pisses on the recliner. So today I took the recliner outside and I hosed it off. Then I poured an entire bottle of the like pet urine clean, like Resolve cleaner, into both the top and the bottom, because where she pisses isn't just on the cushion, it's in the crack where the top and bottom meet together, so it soaks into both the back cushion and the seat cushion, because she's that much of a fucking monster. And
have you tried Nature's Miracle, or like I don't know if that Resolve is enzymatic or
I like nature. I always we use Nature's Miracle, but yeah, it's the same idea.
Yeah, but
I
it's
forget
like
what's
digesting
in it. It has urine neutralizing ingredients, but I don't know what they are. It's just Resolve Urine Destroyer is what I think it's called.
I'm a urine destroyer.
Usually I'll do the enzyme stuff, and then if I need to, I'll follow it up with something detergent based.
Rodrigo.
Yeah, he does. He makes noise.
That is literally the name of it.
It's hilarious.
Urine Destroyer.
That's what I said. Resolve Urine Destroyer.
It's just interesting. With urine elimination technology.
Yeah, I basically didn't even use the sprayer. I just took the spray nozzle off and dumped half of it into the bottom and then half into the top. Like, if she does this again, I'm just gonna have to give her away. I don't want her anymore. No, I'll just have to buy another bottle if she does that again. But I'm gonna get some of that. Like I have it in the cupboard. It's like cat no scratch. It's like lemon extract, and I'm just gonna dump that all over it. Be like, fine, if you want to pee here, you got to smell this stinky lemongrass that you don't like. Which she probably won't care about, but that's gonna be my next step to get her to stop doing that.
And then after that, you just put spikes on the recliner.
No, dude, tinfoil.
Here's the thing. She likes tinfoil.
Oh, okay.
She's a fucking crazy cat. Not only does she like tinfoil, she's allergic to it. One day, I woke up to her fucking around with tinfoil, and it was so loud. And I go into it, and her face is like swollen up the size of a tennis ball. And I'm like, oh my God, what did you do? What did you do? And she'd been chewing on aluminum foil and like was allergic to it. Like I took her to the vet, and she's like, yeah, she's got like a metal allergy.
That's wild.
And the thing is that didn't, like, she's as fucked up as she was, she wouldn't stop fucking with the aluminum. Like this is the cat who also was like, I've eaten 6 feet of thread and I can't eat food anymore because of the thread has clogged up all of my intestines. What if I ate some plastic now? What if I also ate plastic? Like,
she's very Steve coded in that way. Steve likes to eat plastic and plant and things he's not supposed to eat.
Yeah, she is a little monster. And I love her to death.
Or the drywall. He eats the drywall.
Steve's the drywall eater.
The corner of our bathroom drywall he like gnaws at. Anyway, he's a little freak. Speaking of freaks, what about some assholes?
What the fuck are you assholes doing?
We got a couple of these and we'll end. So I got a couple of these. I got a couple selects for you. Am I the asshole? Yes. For telling my girlfriend not to join me on vacation because of her financial situation.
Just the phrasing there is reinforcing, you're the asshole.
All right.
Not only that, but like I can tell from the phrasing, there's more to the story that you're not going to say.
Mm-hmm.
You like the whole problem with these are always either that they're fake or that they're from one side of the story. But this one is very much my girlfriend got mad at me. Reddit, please defend me.
Yeah,
also, like,
I'm gonna shove this post in her face or something.
Also, like, again, Reddit is always British people. I'm assuming that's the person who's writing this because I, 26M, have been dating my girlfriend, 25F, problematic age gap, for almost a year. Soon I'll be traveling to Las Vegas for a work event. My company is covering my round-trip international flight and expenses, so maybe Canadian, but during the event. After that, I'm planning to use my vacation days to spend some time in Florida. That part will be paid out of my own pocket, the domestic flight, accommodation, food, etc. So that's nice. Work's letting him fly into Vegas and then fly out of Florida to back home. So I assumed England because, I don't know, that makes sense to me.
He hasn't talked about his flat or his mum yet.
He hasn't. Anyway, my girlfriend wants to join me in Florida, but she's not in a good financial situation. I just received my annual bonus, which is just enough to cover my own travel plans. She doesn't have the money and suggested asking her dad to help her cover the trip. Here's the thing. I know her family is struggling. They don't have a car. There's often a lack of basic groceries at home. No proper shower stall. No curtains. Things like that. I don't think the lack of a shower curtain is a financial thing. Because
it is a mold risk.
I feel like you can get a shower curtain
for like 30 cents. Like,
I don't know about 30 cents, but at least under $15, right?
Yeah.
Like you can get them at Dollar General.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really sit right with me that she'd ask her dad for money to go on vacation while those basic needs are unmet. I'd love to travel with her someday, but I feel like this just isn't the right moment. I'm worried she'll take it personally or think I don't want her there. I mean, yeah. But to me, encouraging her to spend or borrow money for this trip feels irresponsible. Am I the asshole for thinking she shouldn't come along and use the money for more important things?
So this is written from the perspective of he hasn't already told her this. If it is indeed a real post, he's already told her this, and got yelled at about it.
Yeah,
I already know that's true.
If she wants to ask her parents and they want to give it to her, that's none of his business. He doesn't have to try and like make these decisions for them because he thinks he's like
basically
them.
What I would say is you're the asshole if I accept the fiction that you haven't already been yelled at for being a dick about this, which I don't, but I will just for the thought experiment of answering your question the way it's presented. If you frame it as if like you're taking the decision you're making, or like you're superseding their ability to have agency with their own money, however little of it they have. Yes, you're being an asshole. Like you get to live one time, and if you get to be 26 one time, and if you want to be 26 and go to Florida while you're that age, you got one time to do it. And if you want to use, it's not like you're going to. What I would say is, if you're 26, you go to Florida every weekend, and you live in Canada. Yeah, you're probably fucking spending too much money. But one vacation, I don't know. That seems fine to me. I doubt that if the parents agree to it, it will mean like that they would lose their house or something like that. Like if it would cause them to actually lose their house, they would probably just say, no, we can't help you.
I mean, that's the number one thing I think I take away from this, me thinking the guy is an asshole.
If they have to eat ramen for a few months, but, you got to go on a really fun vacation when you're young, they don't care. Like, that's something that your parents would do.
Here's the thing, is that this is why I think they're an asshole, is he's judging their financial situation for them. Like, they may be fine. Maybe they don't live the way that you want to live, and they spend their money on other things, like trips and things. So it's just one of those things. It's just like it's just so judgmental, like prejudgmental, for him to just assume that like if she can't afford it, she can't afford it, and she'll say that. But if she can't afford it, then she'll go. I mean, maybe I'm assuming he just doesn't want her there, because
I thought this was gonna end up with her like asking him to pay for it, and that at no point is his finances like actually involved at all.
Yeah,
he's just trying to.
It's so weird.
Control the situation.
Well, he's like I don't know. He just like seems to be shaming her family as well. All right, so it's Reddit. What do you think?
Reddit says not the asshole.
Of course, girl wrong, guy right. That's Reddit. That's the number one rule with am I the asshole? So
it's the only metric I ever answer this question.
You are correct. By. You are correct, and Reddit says not the asshole. Let's read the top comment from Old Sheepherder 630, colorectal surgeon 44. I don't know what that is. Probably rank.
It's a ranking.
All right.
Based off of.
I personally wouldn't want to be in a relationship with someone who knows their dad doesn't have money for groceries and wants to ask him to finance a non-essential trip for them.
Nobody
anyway.
fucking cares what you personally would do.
That level of selfishness is a deal breaker for me. Not the asshole.
Fuck up.
His response, and this had 12,000 upvotes of them judging this.
He's giving
girl.
the most Reddit guy answer possible.
It is so
12,000 people are the Reddit guys upvoting.
It is so Reddit. The answers. Number one response to that from Aunt Anne, the asshole enthusiast. I came here to say this. Why would you want to be with someone like that? Why would you want to be with someone? It's just so judgmental. My God.
This is the problem when the people that vote on this, just the way the subreddit's set up, it selects for assholes to be judging other assholes.
Yeah.
I do like the top downvoted response to Aunt Anne. Why would you want to be with someone like that? What's her cup size? That's good.
I'm surprised that was downvoted actually.
If you're gonna be if you're playing in the mud and you're on Am I the Asshole,
exactly,
that's
man. You just throw that mud. You get in there. We've got the Dragon Celica, the pooper intendant, says that what makes it even worse that she still lives at home. She sees their struggle up close every day and still asked. One, she didn't ask. She said she was thinking of asking.
Werner Herzog ass voice he was doing.
It's just the amount of like people just being like, oh, the judgment. She wants the boyfriend to pay. This is an obvious manipulation tactic.
Also pisses me off. This obviously doesn't affect me at all because God cursed me with colorblindness like the asshole that he is. But he did bless me with asexuality, so I don't have to worry about all of this horse shit. But like a lot of guys, Gen Z guys in particular, but by no means exclusively, have this like really shitty toxic view of like women, and like I'm surprising nobody with that there, but like they will go on Reddit and then like base their standards for what woman they should be with off of Reddit guy consensus. So it's like, oh, I'm so horny and women won't date me, but I'm also excluding any woman who doesn't have a 401k by the time she's 21. And
the judgment of this 25-year-old living at home. Like, okay, really? Like, come on. Now.
Like I moved out at 22 and the economy was better when I was 22 than it is now that this person's 24, 25.
We've got some responses here from the OP. Info. She asked for your opinion on this, or did she just let you know she might ask her dad? And his response, she told me she asked her father, but as far as I know, she isn't concerned about her finances situation.
Then shut up. Then shut the fuck up. It's her money. Let her do whatever she wants.
800 upvote response. Dude, massive red flag.
Oh my God!
I also like that this person.
This is the thing, right? These lonely Reddit incel guys will get this like, oh man, if she doesn't have 10K in the bank, I have to break up with her because Reddit says that she won't be able to afford a Tesla Model X.
Okay, so looking at this OP's Reddit history. By the way, not a burner account, so bold choice. Brazilian. They're from Brazil. At least based on the large amount of Brazilian living or Brazil Livre posts.
Just respond to him 7-1. Apparently that's a big
soccer thing.
It is. Germany like crushed. It was the World Cup. It was like 9 years ago, where Germany just crushed them. Yeah.
I don't speak Portuguese, and I kind of disrespect the language. I respect European Portuguese because they're right next to Spain. They have no other countries that border them but Spain. It's almost Spanish, but it's just completely fucking nonsense if you only speak Spanish. And that's disrespectful to Spain, and that's very funny to me.
Giving this guy credit.
In Portugal, that's good. In Brazil, shut up. Fuck off.
I have to give this guy credit. So I just did some Google translating. So there was a post on the Brazil Living subreddit saying, I'm just going to read. It says Greta Thunberg e aliados pro Hamas. So I'm assuming, and it was Greta Thunberg's pro Hamas or some nonsense. And his response was like, oh, here's where he shows his full ass responding to this. No, he said, why don't you show the pictures of what they're doing on the Gaza Strip as well? So he's pro Palestine. So okay, he can't be that much of an asshole.
Well, no, here's the thing. I just want to reel this back in a little bit, because this is something that annoys me. What's happening in Palestine isn't like, it should be basic human decency that you're like, this is fucked up.
Yeah.
The fact that we live in hell, I mean, so what I'll say is that at least he's not one of the hell goblins.
Yes.
But like, that is the most like basic human decency thing. I don't feel like that bar is, even though it is uncommon because we live in hell, that's not even a high bar to me.
Yeah, so sorry, I'm just gonna see if there's any more OP responses on this one. I forgot how to do that. Is it search comments? Oh yeah.
If you set it to Q&A mode.
Oh, thank you, Matt.
These glue brushes that I buy from Menards are the cheapest pieces of shit in the world, but you get like 7 of them.
Yeah, that's the only response.
For like $1. So
they're made for like applying plumbing flux.
Yeah. Like
which
this
is
little
like
metal
acidic,
tube isn't
so
even
they're
a
just
tube,
made to dissolve.
It's just one piece of sheet metal, just folded shittily.
They're just meant to be disposable.
Yeah.
All right.
I only use them once every, couple weeks on that bed. Good for that.
Am I the asshole?
Yes.
If I refuse to call the dentist for my fiance who has an impacted wisdom tooth.
That's a maybe, but I mean,
I
is
need
the
more
fiance
information.
old enough?
I mean, there's context that will decide this. If her dentist only speaks Spanish and you don't speak that language, then no.
First of all, I would like to say this is ridiculous, not a big deal for some reason, but it became one. I, 25F, had an impacted wisdom tooth that was wrapped around a nerve while I was pregnant. I asked him, 26M, if he could call the dentist because for me it hurt to talk. He said no.
So is he the asshole? Or
so 1 year later, he now has an impacted wisdom tooth, and I sympathize with him, but he asked me to call the dentist for him, and I said no.
Okay, so the answer is yes, but that's okay.
But
like,
also,
you're justified.
that's funny.
His mom is now asking me to call for him. I said no. He's upset about it. Does that make me an asshole?
Yes, it does.
Yes,
it's
you're still
also
right.
very funny, and I'm glad that you did it.
Edit. I ended up calling anyway because I felt bad. Edit 2. He apologized before I called. So they made up, clearly. Update. Turns out it was
only posted. This one I do feel like is real, and I feel like it was only posted as a joke. I don't feel like this was a sincere call for judgment.
Okay, so edit and update. It turns out it was his wisdom teeth, and there was an infection so bad that it was eating his jawbone. So now I feel really bad.
Holy shit! Yeah.
Lots of responses on this. Got it. She's just people are questioning why she couldn't have called when it was her turn to call, because she's a girl, so we've got to question her motives.
Yes, which is how I know that the answer is yes, you're the asshole here. But also, I agree with them. I just think that it's funny and good that she's the asshole.
I mean, she was just an asshole back to him being an asshole. So
to me, that's just like that's just like, I'm gonna be petty about this, but it's not like a now we break up situation. Like that's just a way to be petty for fun.
Yep.
What do you guys think on Reddit?
Oh, I mean, of course you're the asshole. Yeah. It's a woman.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody shitty here? Everybody shitty here. Because they're going to refer to his...
The answer is everybody is shitty here. Well, it's actually, no, it's everyone sucks, but it's the same thing. ESH.
I thought ESH is everyone shitty here, but
well, it says here. Everyone sucks.
Okay.
They renamed it. It looks like there's no everyone's shitty here.
Yeah, but if we're talking about asshole, it's shitty.
Yeah, I don't get that because it's like, it's am I the asshole? You're already getting a swear word in. Doesn't really matter if you have another swear word for one of the options.
You know what's amazing too about the world that we live in with AI is that rather than this happened right here. Am I the asshole? Whatever. Sorry. Response. Everyone's just like, yeah, that they completely agree that it's like he was shitty to you, you're shitty to him. It's fine. Whatever you made up. I had another one, and then oftentimes I'll take a screenshot because they'll get deleted. This one got deleted, but all I need to do is search the name of it, and I get. What do you think? There's 8 million responses. There's 8 million AI generated YouTube fucking or TikTok video bait of these things. There's a Spotify podcast, or not related, where people unfiltered takes on "Am I the asshole?" posts. It's just anyway. Continue. There's
hilarious.
At
least 4 of them that are human read.
Yeah,
but that doesn't mean that they're not. That they're.
This one's
original because they are.
This one's great. It's a Facebook account called Reddit Story, digital creator blogger, with 967,000 things, and it's a picture of this Reddit post with an AI generated image on top of like 2 sad looking people, and the post doesn't have everything. It has a see more, which you can't click. But you have to. But in the comments, you can click to go to some website that I'm sure is ruining everything.
Here's the thing: content where people just read out Reddit, "Am I the asshole?" is low effort as fuck. That's why we do it. You don't need an AI to do that for you. It's already the lowest possible.
Yeah.
It is probably harder to like wield the AI to even proofread what it said to make sure it didn't just start talking about a Honda or a Toyota Celica or whatever the fuck.
It's so it is so fucking incredible. Just the internet, dead internet. Like this is happening.
Yeah.
Like so I clicked through to this website. It is en.aubtu.biz.
Okay.
How'd they steal my website?
Funny social issue Reddit geek universe memes at the top here. All AI generated image images, and they're all just Reddit posts. Let me just read you this post. Picture a cozy apartment. So this is all ChatGPT written. They had ChatGPT describe this Reddit post in the way that someone named Jonathan, according to whoever wrote this. Your best friend.
One of the main things I fucking hate about AI written articles is that whatever the fucking like shit that they sucked up, it's all written like an Atlantic article. I don't know if you all have ever read anything from the Atlantic. It's a fucking rag.
Oh, I hate the Atlantic.
But what thing that the Atlantic always does is they paint you a pic. Like, imagine the most boring fucking fintech employee writes an article and he's like, "There I was. It was 11 o'clock on a Wednesday. I had just eaten my." It's like, shut the fuck up, the Atlantic. No one cares. And that's what all of these things sound like. These AI.
Now imagine that same friend shattered after discovering his fiancée, your sister, cheated on him. For one Reddit user, this betrayal turned their world upside down when their sister. Oh, by the way, the other thing, I didn't post this video to the Discord, but I thought about it. But it was a video of some guy talking about how you can tell what's AI written, and the number one thing that you can tell AI written, and it's hilarious because it is 100% accurate. I should post the video. Is whenever something's AI written, there's M dashes. They use M dashes so much, and nobody fucking uses M dashes. in
So
writing.
I will say I know a lot of writers who hate that stereotype because they use M dashes a lot.
Well, trust me,
but it is exclusively writers. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody shit posting with M dashes.
But it's not even that. It's not even that. It's just that there's like writers may choose to use an M dash. AI always uses M dashes when it's an option for a punctuation.
Because it sucked up all the Atlantic articles where the editor used an M dash because they wanted to stroke their own English degree.
After discovering his fiance M dash, your sister M dash cheated on him. Anyway, the fall. Okay.
I will say that like that is true. It's not untrue that it's because there's a tone that AI writing doesn't understand. I don't think most people who use M dashes in their professional writing would ever use it for a shit post or would ever use it for a blog, right? Like they would. It's kind of like how I would not, if I sent you an email, I wouldn't put a signature on it, but I do have a signature for my work email, and I feel like M dashes are kind of the same.
So if I remember correctly, the other thing that it is that it'll do M dashes, and it will restate things multiple times, and it will use lists of things. So it'll be like this, and this. So you see it in this writing already. So sorry, we haven't gotten to that part. So when their sister kicked out and homeless begged to crash at their place, they slammed the door shut, choosing loyalty to a friend over family ties. The fallout, a barrage of angry family texts calling them heartless. This juicy dilemma pulls into a tug of war between blood and bonds. The poster's raw conflict, M dash, torn between a sister's plea and a friend's pain, M dash, sparks questions we all wrestle with. Where do our loyalties lie when trust is broken? Let's dive into the story straight from Reddit's AITA Battlegrounds. Anyway, so, but let's go
pretty bad.
But the thing I enjoy is that when these things get deleted, there's 8 million fucking people that have reposted a screenshot of it, which is in this article. So let's read the screenshot. Am I the asshole for not letting my sister move in after she cheated on my best friend? My sister, 22F, was engaged to my best friend, 24M. They've been together for 4 years, and I was actually the one who introduced them. Last week, he caught her cheating. It destroyed him completely, and he kicked her out of their apartment immediately. Now she's homeless. This is her sister, and asked to crash at my place until she figures things out. I told her no. She broke my best friend's heart, betrayed his trust, and honestly, I just don't want her around right now. My parents and family are furious at me, saying family should always come first, no matter what mistakes she made. I'm getting bombarded with angry messages calling me cold and selfish, choosing a friend over my own sister. I'm torn. On one hand, she's family. On the other, she really hurt someone who means the world to me. Am I the asshole for not letting her stay with me?
Don't you fuckers have parents?
Betrayal in relationships can ripple through families like a stone skipped across a pond. The other thing AI uses all the time, similes. They love a simile. Yeah. You have a blank like a blank. This poster's refusal to house their cheating sister reflects a stand for loyalty for a friend who's like family. Dr. Irene S. Levine, a psychologist specializing in relationship, notes, friendships can be as deep as family bonds, especially when trust is broken elsewhere. Choosing a friend over a sibling isn't betrayal, M-. It's prioritizing values. Source, unclickable. There's not a source. It's just the word source.
Just the word source.
I bet the psychiatrist or whatever is also made up.
Oh, I guarantee you this person ain't real. All right, I'm Google searching Dr. Irene S. Levine. Okay, she is. She's a real person that has a very old. She's a Psychology Today writer and contributor. So this AI scraped her article off that website, but it didn't choose to source it, which it probably had the source to. But what I'm assuming is whoever copy pasted this didn't copy paste the source. It was probably a link that it didn't copy when they copied the data to this website. The sister's infidelity wasn't a mistake, but a deliberate choice, and a poster's anger and the poster's anger is understandable. Pressure to put family first often ignores accountability. A 2021 study found 68%, almost nice, of people prioritize trust over blood ties and conflicts. Involving betrayal, source, no link. The family's hypocrisy, M-, criticizing the poster while not offering their own homes, M-, highlights the tension. That is the thing. Like, yeah, writers use M-. AI fucking loves the M-.
Yeah.
Here's how the people reacted to the post. Reddit's crew didn't hold back, serving up a spicy mix of snark and wisdom. From calling out the family's double standards to cheering the poster's backbone. Here's the community's vibe. There's the listing.
That's another thing, is that a lot of AI writing reads like ad copy, even whenever it's not advertising anything.
It's almost like
it's written for an infomercial.
Yeah, it's almost like it read loads of ad copy to create itself.
Yeah.
All right, so now we can go to Reddit where people actually react to this. What do you think?
I think this Merriam-Webster article on M- is really long, but fascinating.
Did you know it's called an M- because it's as wide as the letter M in whatever typeface?
Yeah, just like.
Well, I just got to the heading M- versus
Oh my god,
M-.
Dude! I just blew my fucking brain out, Palmer Luckey style.
Okay.
The first response to the number one upvoted thing is check the OP's post history. This is fake. So AI wrote this and then used it to get engagement bait on Reddit to fuel a fake AI post. They could post a robot voice talking on TikTok while Subway Surfers goes over. The world we live in is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah. Here's something.
People
AI
are content
related.
goblins, and they have to be stopped. And I feel bad when I get home, sit down, and put YouTube videos on. When I was like, I should be watching actual narrative content. Why am I watching YouTube videos of cathode ray dude taking a computer that he took out of a Coinstar and going through all the components and learning how the Coinstar computer operating system works? Like, I could be, experiencing narrative content, but instead I feel bad for watching YouTube tech informational videos. But people are just out there hoovering up just AI slop without even thinking about it. And it makes me feel so weird.
Yeah. Oh. So whenever I was younger, before YouTube even, one of the things that I would always do is whatever I was doing, I would also turn on Modern Marvels or how it's made. And so there's a lot of things that I've watched, like I've probably seen assembly lines for fluorescent light bulbs, just all sorts of random shit like that. And so some of that stuff will have stuck in my head and some of it won't. And when I think about the kind of stuff I do that with now, it's kind of similar, although not it's not as produced, right? It's usually like a technology connections video, functionally the same genre of content, or a look mum no computer, which is a that's like a guerrilla Modern Marvels video. Usually those are he'll do shit wrong all the time, etc. But stuff like that still follow the same genre of that old stuff. But then I will see stuff that when I see it, I'm just I could never imagine myself giving the first fuck about this. And then I look at the view count and it's 11 million. And I'm just people are poisoned. They have poison in them. Yeah. Here's the thing that happened to me. I saw a post on Mastodon from someone who isn't a shitty person as far as I can tell, but this is another insidious thing that AI does. They posted YouTube to demonetize AI-generated videos starting July 15th. Here's a summary of the policy changes starting July 15th. No AI-generated voiceovers. No low-effort slideshows. No recycled or repurposed videos. No mass-produced reaction content. No copy-paste or minimally edited videos. If your channel leans on AI voiceovers, repurposed clips, or low-effort uploads, this update could hit your bottom line fast. YouTube is tightening the rules with one message in mind: real people, real content, or no payout. Now, to me, I hear that and I go, fuck yeah, that sounds great. let me look and see the article they linked. It's from techstartups.com. And when I follow it, it's got categories such as startups, startup fundings, cryptocurrency, emerging technologies, ChatGPT.
What's interesting is I read that article from a normal news website too, though. But it's those fucking content grist SEO things that just
I
get
couldn't
the link.
find this specific set of information anywhere else on the web except for like News India something like this, and I'll tell you why. So the thing that I thought, hey, that's really fucking cool, was that bulleted list that they shared. No AI generated voiceovers, everything that I just said.
That's
there in a
not
list.
real.
I followed that and I found that is a bulleted list in that article.
Yeah.
So I'm like, where do they get that from?
Yeah.
So I go and I look up the policy.
Yeah.
There's no text for it yet. They're releasing the text for it on the 15th. So I'm like, so where did they get that from? Yeah. Here's the first paragraph of this article from techstartups.com. Starting July 15th, YouTube is rolling out a major change that will reshape how creators earn money on the platform. The new policy draws a hard line around what content counts as monetizable content, and anything that relies too heavily on automation, or skips the human touch altogether, is getting cut from ad revenue. So I am 100% certain that this guy, Nick
so
Wu,
amazing.
Now, I think this guy is real. I
Sure,
think this
of
guy
course.
But I believe what this guy did was say, ChatGPT, write me an article about YouTube's upcoming policy changes. It needs to be, 8 paragraphs long so that I can fit in 2 ad insertions for the website. And then ChatGPT made up the fucking bulleted list. And then someone shared that bulleted list from that article. Now, it is true, YouTube is updating their policy on the 15th. But all they're updating it to is to clarify their definition of quote-unquote repetitive content. That's it. That's all they've said so far, which means I think that they're going to be targeting specifically re-uploads of other people's videos with AI voiceovers.
Correct.
Like, if it's just the same video but an AI voiceover on top of it, they're probably going to crack down on that.
YouTube needs to crack down on this fast, because right now it is becoming ruining the algorithm. Because like I was looking for plant advice for like one of the plants that I have, and like one of the, there are various videos. There's this really cute video of this guy with his cat, like cats and plants video. It was nice. And then there was another video, it was like list of plants that you should buy for pets, and it was AI generated voice screenshots. Obviously they just took an article and then AI generated voiced over. And I was like, fuck you. And it only had like 3,000 views, but it came up like, and there was, I'm sure there were hundreds others just sitting around in there. Like, they have to demonetize
I've seen some that are literally just like, the Tom Cardy videos, and the video's name is like 5 funniest Tom Cardy videos, and it's just an AI voiceover saying, and one of his funnier songs is "Have you checked your asshole?" and then it'll show like 20 seconds of that, and it's just like it's just a slideshow of like someone else's videos with 20 seconds of AI text.
The hilarious thing about this though is that AI, or YouTube's a Google company, and they're pushing AI tools on YouTube people too. So it's like they're fighting this war of, we want people to use AI, but not that way. Yeah. Because it would it's almost like it would ruin content, but you're still pushing it. So what are you trying to do here? Like, you're going to have places like Nebula or Floatplane or stuff start to like take off because they don't have this garbage. Because you have to
the problem is that video infrastructure is a lot more difficult.
Oh, it's impossible.
But like, well, it's not impossible.
No, but it's expensive.
It is expensive. That's the key, is that it is expensive.
Yep. And so you have to make billions of dollars off ads to handle.
It's not particularly ridiculously expensive for things like file hosting, for example. But where you get the expense especially is live transcoding. So like Twitch, for example, how they have 4 different sources. You can watch the source resolution, or you can watch the 480p version, et cetera, et cetera. That's a lot of CPU or, that's compute power that has to do that. So that's where that kind of stuff gets expensive. And then like having multiple versions of a file. So like if this video is a 4K, then it needs to be in data centers on a CDN. It gets expensive. But what I think would be cool is, thinking back to a pre-Google videos, pre-YouTube era, we still had videos. Like they still existed.
E-Bombs
and you can
World.
still watch them. Say E-Bombs World.
Yes, you download a real media file and watch it on your college
that's the thing,
dorm
right,
computer.
Is that, like, before
you go to
that
wowmachinima.com and download.
Besides E-Bombs World and like Newgrounds for Flash videos, right? Like if you just wanted to watch the Numa Numa video, someone had there were multiple copies of the Numa Numa video just on people's websites, and the load was balanced between, like, you're only watching the Numa Numa video on, this person's website because they emailed that link to you, so they could share it with you, but like their website isn't handling the load for everybody that's watching Numa Numa Guy. So I think it would be cool, even though we live in hell, and I don't know. I think humanity's doomed, and I don't think anything's ever gonna get better, and we're just gonna fucking die out as a species. Any progress is made.
What you're saying is what we want is we need an AI to watch the videos to tell me what's in the video.
Yes,
so
and then we could just post a text summary of the videos instead of actually sharing the videos.
Cool. Well, I think we're out of time. I just wanted to shout out the YouTuber Cathode Ray Dude again, because it's like 100% my jam, the stuff that he does. He has a video series on Quick Start that he calls it, and it was that period of time in like late 2000s, like 2005 to like 2012, when computers like Windows 7 got really difficult to run on cheap hardware, specifically like netbooks and stuff. And so laptop manufacturers were putting putting a small Linux OS on their computer because they knew that Windows would legitimately take like 50 seconds to a minute and a half to load on a computer. So they have it's amazing. It's just like all of these like weird ass laptops from like 2010 that have some tiny Linux that can do like basic web browsing, and it loads up in 10 seconds versus like Windows. Oh, it's amazing. And he composed a little song that's stuck in my head that plays during the entire loading sequence of Windows.
Oh, that's good.
I love that. I love that the type of tech YouTuber that just has like this weird niche of like opening up. He has a thing called Little Guys where he gets like business computers, like Coinstar computer, or like the signage computer for like, like they sell, and just like seeing what kind of weird stuff they put in there, or like what was another one? Oh, an endoscope computer.
Oh, nice.
It was like hooked up to, it's just all these weird old computers and like what tech and what weird version of Windows they were running. And I love that deep dive stuff. So big fan of that kind of thing. YouTube's great for stuff like that. And I hope it continues.
I want to shout out
Yes?
Canadian classic How It's Made, because you can watch a lot of those episodes for free on YouTube.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yep. I think that How It's Made is also on, like, there's an archive.org page where you can get them. Nice. So you can, if you just want to avoid the YouTube ads, you can download them off from archive.org.
Just download and put them on your Jellyfin Plex server.
How It's Made, Modern Marvels was cool, but How It's Made was better. Like How It's Made was a better show.
I love How
Modern
It's Made.
Marvels usually had like more money because they were the Discovery Channel instead of just Canadian broadcasting. So like they're like, we're at those two big towers that are somewhere in the Middle East that used to be the biggest buildings.
Wait,
in the
two
world.
Towers?
Yeah,
they're gone.
Yeah, they were the two.
Spanky,
I don't remember.
they're gone.
Oh no! Come on. Your fucking video went real dark when you talked about 9/11.
They're gone.
Yeah, FBI's doing something.
Lauren turned my lights off with the home automation.
Oh.
You can watch How It's Made, and then watch Technology Connections, and just see how directly inspired by that stuff he is.
Just before we
watch
end,
the Technology Connection about headlights, about car headlights.
Oh, dude, Technology Connections also.
Oh, the dishwasher episode is great.
Dishwasher is great.
I need to go, but what's funny is, and I'll tangent maybe something I'll talk about next week that I forgot to bring up, is I've gotten deep into home automation by buying like light bulbs and stuff that connect to like Home Assistant and things. Currently, I'm using Google Home because that is, but I want to wean myself off that to using Home Assistant. But Lauren just said bedtime, and the routine for bedtime turns off all the lights except for the one in the bedroom, which turns on to half light brightness and like yellow color or blue. I think I have it. Anyways, I have a light color. I think it might be orange or something. Anyway,
it's got to be amber or orange.
And it has turned off all of the fans and lights in this room. So nice. It's nice though because you just say, "Hey Google, bedtime," and then all the lights turn off in the house. Well,
yeah,
the ones that are smart
bulbs. I used
to
have my Alexa do that kind of stuff. I haven't had it hooked up for a while. But I keep meaning to like check. There's got to be something I just like throw on an Arduino and have like a voice assistant.
Home Assistant's got its own voice assistant. Home Assistant even has its own. If you want to go this route, you can build your own LLM running locally for it to answer Chat GPT requests too, rather than calling out to a cloud. No, but I mean, like you can do whatever you want with it. No, but I mean, like the idea is that you can have at least have a voice assistant. You don't have to have it have the LMM stuff, but you can have it like say, hey, I forget what the name of the Home Assistant is. I forget. It has a fun name like Alexa or something. But anyway, you can have that and like it say, hey, turn the lights off, and it'll run the automation for you. So I'm working towards going to that now, but I already own a couple Google speakers, so that's what we
now I have to open an app and press a button on my phone like a goddamn caveman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, ridiculous. But the thing is,
ESP Home, I think, is one of the things I've heard of, which runs on ESP32s.
Yeah, I have an ESP32 weather station kit that I bought that I need to build.
I've got like 6 of them because you can only like when you buy ESP32s and ESP8266, it's like you can buy one for $4, you could buy 11 for $12. So like everyone buys too many, and it's like, well, now I have fucking a ton of these things.
I'm just sitting in the dark.
Get yourself some key lime creme sandwich cookies at Aldi. Highly recommend.
Are they good? I do like Aldi. Oh, it doesn't work. It doesn't work because the one in front of me is a hue bulb, and that one is the color bulb. And Philips Hue sucks. That's all I gotta say. Because they lock you into the Hue environment, and
now everything's on Matter, right?
That's the bulbs that I bought are Matter compliant, so they will work with anything.
I have some plugs, but I got them before Matter was a thing. I think,
so Matter is good. Anything that connects with Apple HomeKit also good because HomeKit connects directly to Home Assistant. There's a bridge built that I think Apple supports the API for it, so it works. Philips Hue, you have to buy a base station for it to talk to your like things, which is so dumb. But it works on Bluetooth, so if you don't ever set it up on the Philips app, it works as long as the phone is in the same room, which it is whenever I'm doing it anyway. So it's stupid. Fucking don't lock your shit down. God damn it. Open source. All right, we're done.